Jeremiah 23 and hoods. Just spit out, shout out, man. You know, don't forget about them brothers in the penitentiary, church folks. Y'all work on them, man. Minister to their families. You know what I'm saying? Look at the 13th. Go to YouTube, put in 13. Don't be lazy. And it deals with the massive incarceration and the flooding of the drugs and everything. From Nixon, war on crime first. Go all the way back to Ku Klux Klan, where they was talking about the Ku Klux Klan made us to be the criminals. So then you see the war on crime on Nixon. Then you see the war on drugs with Reagan. Then you look at the prison population and the blacks, and then they say that the brothers didn't. You couldn't even get food stamps with the drug case, and everybody knew during Reaganomics that the poor was getting hit the hardest. And what happened? What happened? They flooded them. How you get 323 metric tons of cocaine coming in to the hoods, cons in 92, 93, and God knows what the numbers is now. Check it. Hey, why would I want to stop that, man, when, like they say, 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's population, that is to say, people from around the world locked up in America, man. Prison has become the biggest business. But the thing was, they ducked and looked the other way. Even Trump looked the other way, didn't you, Trumper? Trump looked the other way. He tried to build a wall. They stopped him with the wall. The wall is not about immigration. The wall would have been about stopping drugs at the borders, because the feds is right now probably somebody going through somebody's house that with the same pictures you can look at on documentaries of drugs and wars and things. Do your homework. Don't be lazy and find out. It's all a conspiracy by facts. Listen, it's a conspiracy by facts that they intentionally meant to lock brothers up. That's right. You get more money out of them. They working for 11 cents an hour. Man, that's cold blood. How can they provide for their families? And the preacher brainwashed sisters in the church by calling them, if a man don't provide for his own, he's worse than an infidel. Why the lady give the man 10% of her cash instead of giving the lady some help to show the brother in the prison that we mean business about restoration and rebuilding waste cities in America. That is the church of the living God. You know, that's the only thing you got, man. You got nothing else. You got to sow the seed, big seed, to show to the loved ones that we got them. We got your kids at least. I tax that. The bottom line, man, it's a wake-up call, brother. This thing is bigger than what you thought, and it always have been. And with the mass incarceration of black people, and going down as we speak, and those drugs and borders now are insecure, and those metric tons keep rolling through, of course there's a war on crime. That's why they lynched the Negro. He was a criminal. And we all know, you know, the birth of a nation. Everybody, and I know you look at that. If you're not informed, you should be informed. You know? Meanwhile, you got brothers left here in Sacktown or LA or wherever, left for dead, bro. No job. That's what started the poverty. And then we go through the situations dealing with the land. You know, the new Jim Crow of the North, the new Jim Crow, and the Jim Crow of the North. The new Jim Crow was the drugs, and the Jim Crow of the North was them locking brothers up with war on properties and criminalizing impoverished neighborhoods after they infiltrate them with heroin and cocaine and crack and stuff. And after all, thug, criminal. And then you have criminal, right? Go to what? Prison. Once you got a record, what's up now? Flood the United States with more immigrants, right? They get the jobs that the Negroes that got flooded and left in poverty, possibly because they had to hold their dignity and be able to go home to their families today over a plant that they could have put a sanction on coming from South America and different places that because of trade, a sellout of power, they allowed the drug trade to, continue to plague black communities especially, with the intention, because if you can put sanctions on a nation, that's genocide. They poison the black communities, not a shot fired. I do hear about the Jews, but how many blacks have been destroyed because of the genocide from the drugs coming from nations that we trade with? Come on, man. If they seriously meant helping black people, they would put a war, right, on the countries that supply the drugs. Not a war on crime, the criminals, the KKK stuff, black man equal criminal, want to rape the white woman. No. The real criminals are getting away because the metric tons come in to the country, right? But worse, in a big black hearse, it gets worse. Yeah, they capitalize off that and exploit it and then make money. And look at the prison population, man. Go back to the 70s. Look at what's a crackhead, how it increased once they found out how to make money and exploit that. That's exactly what they did. And then they got the nerve to blame Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. But if you go to A Nation Divided on PBS, you can see clearly that most people that started the gangster stuff was the women, the women, and the different people that had on their agenda what was important to them. That's what started the flame. When they broke the glass and started burning cars, that was all about they didn't want Trump in there. I saw a whole lot of, nothing but a lot of Caucasian people. Yet then when the police start killing blacks, then Black Lives Matter rolls up. Right? So now, Black Lives Matter on Fox, Michael Mavich, Glenn Beck, Michael Savage, all of the hard right from, I'm helping in the President's Club up here in Sacktown, Rush Limbaugh, home of the starter of the fire. You understand? As far as the communist Obama, communist Black Lives Matter, taking over our country. Glenn Beck on the inauguration. Look it up. Showing little black kids and think it's a joke. Let me say this. If it wasn't for the mercy of God, we'd be wiped out, man. We must think the Creator's a joke, like us. Just because you get by don't mean you get away. Like, for example, man, if you start a war now and start killing black people, you know what would happen? Man, the whole world gonna jump on your ass. So the multiplication flipped it. Now there's many more that be for the black people than against them. So that's not gonna be a solution. Put away your guns. Bow your knee to the Lord Yeshua, the Christ. I'm not even gonna mention it in English. Hebrew. Get up on that one. And this is for everybody, bro. Turn your heart to Him. Because your dignitaries and political figures are part of the concoction. Some are and some aren't. To maintain control. When the last time you bought a bunch of acres? Explain Elk Grove. Explain why certain companies, due to the mass land, like Bud Oaks and TRC, and major companies, commercial, and you notice how the developers creep. They buy the land, whoop, and then they set it up and you get 5 feet now. Thank God for 5 feet of property. But bottom line, all of that stuff been stolen through steering and redlining. The land where you get paid the 50-year and 100-year ground lease. And you say, why reparations? Restoration? Excuse me. You got to give property to actually give reparations. Why blacks must do this for themselves? Brother, if you ain't delivered now, and as long as we shedding blood in our hoods, And as long as they kicking in our doors and giving our black men life without parole, cartel, racketeering, and everything like that, and the beat goes on, and you think they're going to be a savior to save us? No. No saviors is coming, bro. As we speak. You'll never see it on your news. Look at the 13th. I said that on some clips not long ago. That when they invaded Chicago, you ain't seeing nothing, bro. Yeah. You'll see it in the numbers in the population of the prisons. The bottom line is, that's the way it is now.